What's going on? Mitchell Renz here from Chat Sports. You're watching NFL Daily, brought to you by My TV Choice app. Download it today at mytvchoice.com. I'm giving out grades on the 10 biggest NFL free agency signings so far, and I want you guys to interact with me while I do it. The first one coming up here is Adrian Amos. 2 A's in his name, and he gets an A grade. The deal, 4 years, $36 million with $12 million guaranteed. In my opinion, I think Adrian Amos is one of the most underrated players in the NFL and most underrated players in 2019 free agency. Why? Because he was just not amongst one of the bigger name for safeties like a Landon Collins, like an Earl Thomas, like a Honey Badger. So when I look at some of those big names, Adrian Amos next to Eddie Jackson, that combo was deadly. And he's going to fill a huge, huge need for the Green Bay Packers who, let's face it, were not very good last year, winning only 5 games. And one of the big reasons, because the defense was really bad. Now, you're going to see grades coming in from Tom and I, but we also want you guys to comment below your grades on these signings too, because that's one of the awesome things we do here at Chat Sports. So, grade the Adrian Amos signing for the Packers. Tom gave it an A-. I'm giving it an A. I like Adrian Amos signing a lot. Now, we always like to find out who's your favorite team, because I cover the Raiders here at Chat Sports. Tom covers the Cowboys, but guess what? There's 30 other NFL teams, so we want you to comment below who's your favorite NFL team. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, bash on each other. Let's have some fun. Get in the comments section. The next player I want to talk about is LaMarcus Joyner, and got a great move here by the Raiders. Gave it an A- grade. The deal, 4 years, $42 million with $21.3 million guaranteed. Now, if you're going to look at LaMarcus Joyner, he was okay in 2018. But I think his upside is the production that he can give you in 2017. And I think when I see John Gruden and where he's going with this Oakland Raiders defense, he wants versatility. That's what you're going to get with LaMarcus Joyner. He's going to be able to play nickel corner. He's going to be able to play safety. I don't really quite think he's as talented as the Honey Badger. But think of all the great things a defense can do with a player like the Honey Badger. Very versatile. Gives you a lot of different options. Tom gave this signing a B+. I gave it an A-. Maybe if I wasn't the host of the Oakland Raiders report, I might have given it a B+, but A-. All right, next one I'm going to talk about is Anthony Barr. And I wanted to say he set the bar high with the Jets, but he decided to go back to the Vikings. And the deal, 5 years, $67.5 million, but he got $33 million guaranteed. And when I look at Anthony Barr, sure, it says linebacker, but I kind of wish the Vikings would use him as more of a defensive end because I think he'd be really good at getting after the quarterback. And 2018, from a statistical standpoint, was one of Barr's worst, in my opinion. Only 4 quarterback hits, 3 sacks. He kind of got paid, though, like a defensive end, or at least a decent defensive end. So when I look at the overall grades that Tom and I gave, Tom gave this one a C+. I gave this a C grade. And we want to know from you. So, if you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, keep commenting below. If you don't like my grades, get at me on Twitter, at MitchellRenz365. Get rid of commercials with My TV Choice app. Download it today. You don't want to have to watch ShamWow anymore. Instead, you can watch awesome content like the NCAA tournament. You want highlights? You want updates? We got it for you. Or you want the latest NFL headlines? We got you. You can watch me instead of watching Apply Directly to the Forehead commercials or ShamWow. Download it today at mytvchoice.com. All right, let's roll in now to the next player I want to talk about. This one's pretty sweet. It's the Honey Badger. And we're going to give this one a B grade. 3 years, $42 million with $26.8 million guaranteed. And I like the shorter contract for Tyrann Mathieu because, I mean, let's face it, when healthy, he's one of the best safeties in the NFL. The key part of that, when healthy, because he struggled with injuries and he's a little bit undersized, but again, as a defensive coordinator, if you give me the Honey Badger, that gives me so much more versatility to my defense, which I absolutely love. And I'm going to give this one a B, and Tom gave it a B grade too. Now, when I think of today's schooling, C is an average grade. I mean, let's just be real, right? And I think in today's school, everybody wants a participation trophy. A B grade is above average. A is great. C is average, okay? Let's just think about that. So this one, B grade. This next move here, CJ Mosley, when you take Tom and my grade together, it comes out as a D+. And 5 years, $85 million with $51 million guaranteed. It absolutely blew my mind to see the money that this guy got. Now, he's a very talented linebacker, but he's getting paid like a top 10 defensive player. And in today's NFL, CJ Mosley is a talented linebacker. 105 tackles, 0.5 sacks last year, but he's getting paid like a defensive end. He's getting paid like somebody who's going to get after the quarterback, and I'm sorry. CJ Mosley, you're a great player. Maybe you should go pat Quan Alexander on the back because I think that's why you got paid as much as you did. But, man, I'll tell you right now, I think it was a really bad move by the Jets paying him all that money. Now, it does fit a need. It does fit a need. Tom gave it a C-. I gave it a D, so I think maybe you can look at the D+ more as my fault. But at the end of the day, I'm not paying CJ Mosley top 10 money. Now, if you're just joining the show, Adrian Amos got an A grade. LaMarcus Joyner, when you round it out, A-. C+ for Anthony Barr, a B grade for the Honey Badger, and then CJ Mosley getting a D+. If you want to bet on NFL games in this next upcoming season, there's one place to do it. It's at BetDSI. You want to bet on March Madness? One place to do it. BetDSI. You want to bet on the NFL Draft? One place to do it. BetDSI. Go to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120 for 120% deposit bonus. If you don't know what it means, put down $100, get $120 for free. You're welcome. chatsports.com/bet. My next player I want to talk about is Nick Foles. And if you're a loyal subscriber, and I hope you are, youtube.com/chatsportstv, you'll know that we predicted Nick Foles to go to the Jags basically back in January. You're welcome. 4 years, $88 million, $50 million guaranteed, and this deal could be up to $102 million. I remember the day that Nick Foles signed. I called my dad when I left work, and I said, Dad, Nick Foles can make up to $102 million. His response is, why don't you play quarterback? Well, Dad, that's probably your fault. Now, when I look at his season stats, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions last year, but Nick Foles got paid because he was a Super Bowl MVP in 2017 and what he did with this team when Carson Wentz went down. With all that being said, Tom gave it a C+, I gave it a C grade. Nick Foles is a good quarterback, but you're giving somebody $50 million guaranteed, and he could potentially make up to $102 million. Nick Foles is good. This is one of those deals where he was just the best quarterback on the market, and it's kind of giving me a little bit of Kirk Cousins deja vu because paid him, what, $84 million? Did the Vikings make the playoffs? Don't think so. How many games would the Jags win? Are they going to make the playoffs? 12-4 in 2017. Probably should have beat the Patriots in the AFC Championship game, but Blake Bortles choked, and hopefully Nick Foles doesn't. How many games will the Jags win in 2019? Are they going to be playoff bound? Let me know. If you want to know how many games I think they'll win, at Mitchell Renz 365 on IG and Twitter. Slide in those DMs. Next grade coming up here, Trey Flowers, A-. 5 years, $90 million, $56 million guaranteed. The thing that I love about Trey Flowers is the move, right? So we know Matt Patricia, new head coach for the Lions, used to play defensive coordinator. I'm getting my words mixed up. Patriots defensive coordinator, only 25 years old with 4 years of experience. I like the fact that Patricia knew what he's going to get in Flowers and brought him over. Also, when you're only 25 years old, and you have 4 years of experience and 4 solid years of experience in the playoffs and Super Bowls, and now you're working with a familiar face, that's a great move in my opinion. And I think it's why Tom gave it an A-, and I gave it a B+, which rounds out to our grades when you round up as an A- grade for Trey Flowers. Next grade coming in is with Earl Thomas. We gave it a B. 4 years, $55 million with $32 million guaranteed. We knew Earl Thomas wanted to get paid, and the Ravens stepped up. Eric Weddle at age 34, he moves on, goes to a different team, and now Earl Thomas is going to slide in with the Ravens. I like the fit. I think the Ravens are one of the best defenses every single year because of their coaching, because of their scheme. Now you're going to add a ball-hawking safety like Earl Thomas, who, sure, played in only 4 games last year, but 3 interceptions, he got paid, and now I really hope he comes back healthy because I love watching me some Earl Thomas. The grades, B and B, but we want to know from you. Grade the Earl Thomas signing, okay? Because one of the great things we do here at Chat Sports, make sure you subscribe, youtube.com/chatsportstv, is the interaction. So if you don't interact, I don't even know why you're here. All right, Landon Collins, we're giving this one a B grade as well, and Giants, Dave Gettleman, I'm looking at you. You're dumb. You're dumb for letting him hit free agency. Collins is going to become the highest paid safety in the NFL. 6 years, $84 million with $45 million guaranteed. Played in 12 games last year, and sure, he didn't rack up any sacks or any interceptions, but in 2016, 2017, the dude had 8 interceptions. He's one of the best young safeties in the NFL, and the fact that the Redskins were able to go out and get him, it's a good move. The only thing with that being said is you paid him a lot of money, and I think that's why Tom and I gave it a B, and Tom gave it a B- grade. A lot of safeties in this show, right? There's already been 5 of them. Here are the top safety signings. Landon Collins, Earl Thomas, the Honey Badger, LaMarcus Joyner, Adrian Amos. Hit me up on IG or Twitter, at Mitchell Renz 365. Let me know, out of all these safety signings, which one you think was the best bang for your buck. But Who's the better safety overall, Landon Collins or Earl Thomas? Let's say you're an NFL GM, you're a head coach. Who do you want? Okay? Who do you want? Landon Collins or Earl Thomas? When you type LC for Collins, ET for Earl Thomas. The last player that I'm going to talk about was the number one player on our free agency board on the offensive side of the football. It's Le'Veon Bell. And we're going to give the Jets an A grade on this one. 4 years, $52.5 million with $35 million guaranteed. And Le'Veon got the deal, or the guaranteed money he was looking for, which I think is great for the Jets and for Bell. But I also think the Jets kind of got a steal because Bell didn't really set the market. I was expecting Bell to get a lot more money, and I think NFL teams realize, Bell, hey, man, you sat out an entire year. We understand your production. But James Conner looked hella good with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Maybe you're a little bit of a system running back. Maybe. I still think Le'Veon Bell is one of the best running backs in the NFL. And the fact that the Jets were able to get him for the money that they did, I think it's actually a pretty good move for both sides. That's why Tom gave it an A and I gave it an A-. With Le'Veon Bell going to the Jets, there's two really, really good running backs in New York. And I want to know which one's better. I want you to type S for Saquon or L for Le'Veon Bell. I'm going to type my S for Saquon. I love Saquon Barkley. I think he's a super talented running back. He's young. I compare him to LaDainian Tomlinson, David Johnson, a little bit of a mix. But I want to know from all of you, because the show isn't about me, S for Saquon, L for Le'Veon. One more time, I'll do a quick recap here. Nick Foles, grade C+. Got an A- grade for Trey Flowers. Earl Thomas, B grade. Landon Collins, B grade. And Le'Veon Bell, grade A. I'm getting ready to sign off, and you guys can also get rid of commercials altogether. Go to mytvchoice.com and download it today. Today's show is brought to you by My TV Choice app. Say goodbye to commercials forever. Download it now, and instead you guys can watch NCAA highlights all season long.